Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Mela Tunay. In tonight's game plan, we'll break down the upcoming matches and medal chances of our national boxers Nesthy, Petecio, and Carlo Paalam, and we'll also bring you the latest updates from the rest of our national athletes at the Tokyo Olympics.
Santa Lucia's MJ Phillips and Jonah Sabete will share how they aim to finish strong in the Premier Volleyball League. And Fil-AM rookie Jalen joins us for a special exclusive following his second overall selection in the 2021 NBA Draft. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. The Philippines' quest for the next medal at the Tokyo Olympics continues this weekend with Pinoy boxers Nesthy, Petecio, and Carlo Paalam looking to go one step closer to that golden finish. Now, our very own Paolo Del Rosario goes through the tale of the tape for Petecio and Paalam and their bouts in this boxing breakdown.
Philippine boxing continues its march towards more Olympic medals in Tokyo. With one already secured courtesy of Nesthy Petecio, two more Pinoy pugs are in the hunt for more. Petecio and Carlo Paalam look to add more shine to the Philippines campaign in the Olympics when they take the ring in the next round. First up to bat is Carlo Paalam, taking on Algerian foe Mohamed Flissi in the round of 16 of the men's flyweight division. Flissi is the 14th ranked flyweight in the world, two notches below the 12th ranked Paalam according to AIBA. Despite the higher rankings, the 31-year-old Flissi should provide a stern test for the 23-year-old Paalam. This is Flissi's third Olympics, having represented Algeria in London and in Rio. Flissi's best Olympic finish is a quarterfinal berth back in 2016. The Algerian's latest achievement is a bronze finish in the 2019 All-Africa Games and a silver at the Boksai Memorial last February. Petecio, on the other hand, will look to improve on a bronze medal against Italy's Irma Testa in the semifinals of the women's featherweight division. A victory here assures at least a silver and a shot at the gold. Irma Testa is considered to be one of the toughest competitors left in the field. The 23-year-old Testa is the reigning European champion in the featherweight division. Despite her young age, Testa already featured in the 2016 Rio Olympics and finished 5th in the competition. Testa is ranked 14th in the world, far away from the second-place Petecio. But as Petecio said after she took down world number 1 Lin Yu-ting, places in the ranking don't really matter. Paalam faces Flissi at 10:48 in the morning Philippine time, while Petecio takes on Testa at 12:39 that same day. Reporting from Tokyo, Paolo Del Rosario. We are One News.
Now, joining us live from Tokyo, Japan to further discuss our national boxers' chances tomorrow is our correspondent, Carlo Pamintuan. Hello, Carlo. Been a while.
Hi, Boom. Hi,
Hi,
Boom.
Carlo.
How are you doing?
Okay, let's begin with Nesthy Petecio. Of course, we all know that she took out the number 1 ranked boxer already in her second fight. She warmed up in the first fight, unanimous decision. Got the second fight and a split decision. Let's talk about the opponent. What can you tell us about Irma Testa? How dangerous is the opponent, Carlo?
She's tall. She is very tall, no? Itong si Nesthy Petecio is about 5'2". Irma Testa is around 5'8", 5'9". So that is a distinct advantage for the Italian puncher. But what's good about this is my experience na si Nesthy in dealing with size. Lin Yu-ting of Chinese Taipei, the number 1 seed in the women's featherweight division, was as tall as the Italian fighter. So may may alam nang gawin itong team ni Nesthy Petecio, of course, with the help of her coaches, specifically her Australian head coach, itong si Don Abnett. As we saw in that match and in the other matches of Nesthy, they can devise a good game plan against anyone. And Nesthy is the type of fighter who can follow a game plan to the T and get the decision. She proved this when she won the World Championships in 2019, and I think she will be ready for the test that will come from the Italian boxer.
Well, Carlo, you mentioned game plan, no? Pero moving forward, ano sa tingin mo yung magiging game plan dito ni Nesthy?
It will be very similar to what she did against Lin Yuting. It's move in and out, not recklessly attack, because Irma Testa will be waiting for Nesthy Petecio to come in, because she will use her reach advantage to try and keep her away, pop her with a jab every time she tries to step in, and then connect with her power punches, yung mga straights niya, pagpapasok si Nesthy. So yung gagawin ni Nesthy is not to play into the strengths of Irma Testa. No? Instead of going straight forward, magbibilang yan, pipili yan ng mga opportunities for her to really score. Magnanakaw ng suntok, engage, and then back out, engage, and then back out again.
Alam mo, napansin natin, speaking of tactics, napansin natin, Carlo, that yun yung isa sa mga naging strengths nito si Nesthy. Ano? In the matches that we've seen, yung kanyang adjustment from round to round, napakaganda. Ano? And then able to neutralize the advantage of the opponent so far. Now, let's move on to your katukayo, Carlo Paalam. Mohamed Fleecy, supposed to be a veteran already. We've heard that, we've read that. What kind of an advantage does he present para kay Carlo?
Alam mo, Boom, it's very awkward for me because it will be the third time that Mohamed Fleecy will be competing in the Olympics. But this will be the first time na hindi aiba yung judges. If you're following boxing competitions in the amateur ranks, it has been always aiba that was on top of the judging. But now it is a special boxing task force that is on top of the judging dito sa Tokyo Olympics. So, para sa akin, the history or the stints in the past, I think don't really matter. Wala kang masyadong mapupulot. Wala kang masyadong matututunan because the fights are judged very differently in these competitions. What I like about Carlo Paalam is he really worked very hard to get himself into the best shape possible. So what do you do if you're in shape and you're going up against an opponent that is a little bit older than you are, maybe a little bit past his prime? Drown him with energy. Sabayan mo ng suntukan, outwork him, outslug him, move in and out, magpahuli ka sa kanya, galawan mo siya. So the activity of Carlo Paalam will be the deciding factor here. If he's able to really stay fresh, stay active in those 3 rounds, I think there's a good chance that he will make it into the quarterfinals.
Well, Carlo, you mentioned how hardworking ito si Carlo Paalam, no? But for you, ano sa tingin mo yung biggest keys para manalo siya in his next match?
I think activity Yun talaga yung pinakasusi kay Carlo Paalam because unlike a fighter like Yumir Marshall, Paalam really does not have a lot of power. Actually, very rare yung mga powerful punchers, yung mga strong punchers in the flyweight category, no? So the activity, yung linis ng patama, yung bilis ng suntok, yung dami ng kombinasyon, it's the combination of all of that could make him successful.
Okay, Carlo, tama-tama, nabanggit mo na si Yumir Marshall. Pag-usapan na natin, he is obviously getting into that bronze medal match versus Arman Darchinyan. Tell us about your preview on Sunday. And also, are you personally concerned that he didn't get enough ring time that last match? I mean, it's good, we won, that gash from the Algerian opponent. But is that a concern for you as the follow-up question?
My bigger concern was actually yung headbutt because it could have gone either way.
Either way, yes.
If it was Yumir Marshall that was cut, that will heavily hamper his performance for the coming fights. Hindi to parang professional na lalaban ka tapos magpapahinga ka ng 3 months, di ba? You have to bounce back after getting cut and fight again after 2 days with that cut, with that target in your brow. For me, Yumir Marshall, although we did not see enough of him, and he also said that he wanted to get a little bit more time, I'm not too worried about it because he gained a lot of confidence. And for Yumir, confidence is a huge thing. If you remember the last time he fought in the amateur ranks, natalo siya, no? Because he did not go into that match with the same confidence that he had when he competed in the World Championships where he won a silver. Pumunta siya dun sa laban na yon, I think, unsure if what he did away from training with ABAP, yung kanyang stint with in the pros, in the professional ranks, he was unsure what kind of state he was in. Pero ngayon, napatunayan niya that his work with ABAP, his work with the US boxing team in Colorado, he is confident that he has been able to reach that level again. So para sa akin, it would have been nicer kung umabot sa second round yun, nakapagpapawis pa ng husto itong si Yumir Marshall. but I'm confident that he will perform still very well against itong nephew ni Vic Darchinyan.
Darchinyan, that's right. Okay, well, it's a big weekend for our boxers. Good luck to our boxers. Good luck to you guys. Carlo, you're doing an awesome job there. As expected, we're not surprised. Thank you very much for joining us. Carlo Mintuan, just a reminder, Carlo Paalam's round of 16 bout happens tomorrow, 10:40 a.m. and Nesthy Petecio's semifinals match will be at 12:39 p.m. also tomorrow.
And some more Olympic updates from our national athletes. Rower Chris Niavares officially ends his Olympic debut at 23rd place overall. The 21-year-old was the only Southeast Asian qualifier in the men's singles sculls and was also the first Philippine rower to qualify for the Olympics in 20 years. Meanwhile, Pinoy golfer Jovic Pagunsan stumbled to 25th place after the second course of the men's individual competition. Pagunsan impressed the field with a 5th place finish at yesterday's opening round but was unable to maintain his position in day 2, finishing with 3 under par 139. The 43-year-old Bacolod native has 2 more days of competition to climb up the rankings.
Now over to the Olympic swimming. National athlete Luke Gebbie falls short of advancing to the men's 50-meter freestyle semis. The 2019 SEA Games silver medalist placed first in the Heat 5 with a time of 22.84 seconds, but finished with an overall placing of 41 out of 73 participants. Now only the top 16 swimmers advance to the next stage as Gebbie officially ends his Olympic campaign. All right, more good news for our weightlifting queen, Heidelin Diaz, as she receives a 10 million peso incentive promised by the MVP Sports Foundation as a result of her winning the country's very first Olympic gold medal. The MVPSF, who has been supporting national athletes since 2011, is also planning to send Diaz's family to Manila so they can celebrate with the country's weightlifting gold medalist.
Now after the break, Santa Lucia's MJ Phillips and Jonah Sabete joins us live as they share how they aim to finish strong in the Premier Volleyball League. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game.
You're still watching The Game. I'm Boom Gonzalez. It's been 13 game days of amazing Filipino volleyball action. With just 7 game days remaining until the semifinals, we are left at the edge of our seats as PVL action continues to heighten. With the wins earlier, the team standings just became more interesting as we approach the home stretch of the Premier Volleyball League. Choco Mucho landed their 5th win, losing their 2nd set in the season only, while Petrogas added another win to their tally board. And of course, while she's here, my partner Mela Tunay will help us quickly flesh out the interesting PVL matches we witnessed earlier. Choco Mucho in 4 sets, Petrogas in 3 sets. What has impressed you about these two teams?
Well, for starters, sa Choco Mucho, I think they dealt with their opponent well. Kasi one thing I realized, you really can't go easy on Bali Pure, and we saw that again earlier today. The dark horse talaga ang kanilang moniker this season, and they really gave up a good fight earlier. Pero the steadiness of Choco Mucho is just there, especially after Denise Lazaro Revilla really manning the floor defense, and of course, Kat Tolentino just being able to deliver every time he's being set. So that's the biggest boost that they got today for Choco Mucho. Pero for Petrogas naman, nagpaingay kanina, of course, Ria Meneses scoring 10 blocks and a total of 15 points today. And, the steadiness and the composure that Ria has and the composure that she's continued to build here in this season is really impressive. And syempre, nakasabay niya rin kanina na mukpok for Petrogas is Gretchen Sultones.
Okay.
And syempre, hindi lang yan ang baon natin para sa ating mga PVL fans, because tonight, two of Santa Lucia's most reliable spikers join us to share how they plan to finish strong and make it to the semis in the 2021 Open Conference. Let's welcome one of the PVL's top scorers, MJ Phillips, and an epitome of an outside spiker, Jonah Sabete. Ladies, welcome to the game.
Good evening po.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm sure ang taas pa ng energy ninyo, especially coming off from that big win against Cherry Tigo. So, of course, yun ang unang pag-uusapan natin. MJ, let's start with you. What can you say did you do in that game that you weren't able to do in your previous matches, which you lost?
Jay.
It's me. Sorry. I couldn't hear. I was breaking up. In the beginning, we just couldn't really find a rhythm, and our passing was off. But I think as the tournament went on, I think we found our rhythm, and we just continued working with our 1 hour of training only. We just kept working on passing, and I think it paid off. We're getting our rhythm now.
What about, let's specifically talk about that win over Cherry Tigo. You know, the third and fourth set obviously is those sets you'd rather forget, but it happened already. But you recovered just in time. But can you tell us what kind of roller coaster did you go through in that match, MJ?
Yeah, I mean, we're not used to it. The brownout killed our momentum,
Yeah.
I think, a little bit, and allowed the Cherry Tigo to come back. But we put our heads together and we said, this is it. We got to go now or never. And luckily, it paid off.
And Jonah, para sa'yo naman, 3-3 kayo ngayon sa standings. How do you feel na nandun kayo sa gitna ng standings, and how does it feel na nagkaroon kayo ng back-to-back losses and then managing to come back after that big win? Ano yung pakiramdam mo na finally nakabawi kayo?
Sobrang, syempre, blessed kami kasi lahat kami nag-click that time kasi ang iniisip lang talaga namin kung paano kami babawi talaga. And syempre, birthday nga ni Ate Ruby, parang lahat din na parang gusto namin kunin yung panalo na yon para maibigay sa kanya yung gift na yon. And as in totally training pa lang, hard work na agad kami kasi gusto namin talaga makuha yung panalo na yon.
Jonah, pagdating niyo dyan sa Lawag, nag-usap tayo, no? Kasama natin sila Kai. Remember nung in-interview ko kayong dalawa, and hindi pa nagsisimula yung liga nun. It was around 3 or 4 days before it started. Nag-start na, 2 linggo na nakaraan, 6 na laro na. Kamusta ka sa bago mong team? Anong pakiramdam? Ano yung diferensya nung nag-usap tayo nung panahon na yon at saka ngayon? Kamusta ang chemistry mo with the rest of the team?
Sa ngayon po, medyo okay na siya. Nakukuha din naman. Hindi pa totally sobrang, as in, totally getting 100% talaga. Pero ngayon, medyo konti-unti na yung gelling namin bawat isa sa loob ng court. Yun talaga yung pinaka-importante namin na dapat namin gawin kasi para maging less yung pressure. Kasi sabi nga ni Sir Buddy na yung pressure, andyan lang yan kung paano mo na lang talaga i-handle sa loob ng court.
Well, Jonah, you talked about pressure. Now, MJ, balik tayo sa'yo. Being one of the top scorers right now in the PVL, is there pressure on you? And finally, how does it feel being back on your position? I think you're playing opposite right now.
It's not not really pressure or anything because I know my teammates got my back all the time. So I just got to do my job, and I know my teammates got my back. That's it. No pressure.
How does it feel now that you have a little more, or a lot more actually, a lot more weapons as compared to your other stints back then? Now you have, of course, Mika with you by your side, Isa Maisel, and then, of course, Jonah and Jovi has been playing so well. Are we seeing an upswing with you guys? Because right now you're 3-3, so obviously there's still a bit of inconsistency, blowing hot and cold. But do you feel like this is that point where you're going through an upswing now?
Yeah. I think that it's an upswing for sure. I mean, we're just gonna take each game day by day, and just keep working hard towards our goals. We have one goal, and that's to make it to the top 4, get the championship. So just take it day by day. And yeah, we have a lot of fun in practice, a lot of competition. So it makes us, each one of us, better.
Good.
Well, Jonah, mayroon pa kayong mga games na natitira. How do you plan on dealing with those games? Paano kayo magpe-prepare, physically, mentally, emotionally? Ano yung plano ninyo going to those games?
Ngayon, sobrang nasa point kami na aiming talaga na kunin namin yung 3 game na yon. Nagfo-focus na lang kami kung ano dapat gawin namin dun sa una munang game naman, next game. And hindi muna namin iisip yung 2 games as in unang game muna like 100% agad yung ibibigay namin, and pressure is always there naman. Kaya fighting pa rin.
Papaalala lang natin sa mga fans ng Santa Lucia, makakalaban pa nila Valley Pure, Peras, and Petrogas. Not easy, but we're looking forward to Santa Lucia on the upswing, as MJ Phillips mentioned. Mela?
That's right. Thank you, MJ and Jonah. And of course, good luck on your remaining games. Well, the PVL comes back on August 1, Sunday, with another exciting triple header, and you may catch the best of Philippine volleyball together, stronger, and greater in the 2021 Premier Volleyball League Open Conference, live on One Sports and One Sports Plus, with streaming on Signal Play.
And after the break, we've got the one-on-one exclusive with Fil-AM rookie Jalen Green right after his selection as the 2nd overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back. Big news today in the NBA as a blockbuster trade shook up the league, ushering in a new era of the purple and gold. Reports say the Los Angeles Lakers and the Washington Wizards have come to an agreement to send former MVP and 9-time NBA All-Star Russell Westbrook, along with 2 future picks, to the Lake Show. And in exchange, the Wizards receive Kyle Kuzma, Montrezl Harrell, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and the 22nd pick of the 2021 NBA Draft. Now, moving on from the new Big Three to the new generation of rising stars ready to start their NBA career. The Filipino blood roars proud inside the ice-cold veins of 2021 NBA rookie Jalen Green. After being selected 2nd overall by the Houston Rockets, Green shares his story on the days leading to the NBA Draft and the superstars he is most excited to compete with. Jalen sits down with our very own Jet Manuel in this latest edition of Inside the Game.
First of all, bro, yeah, I love the hat. I love the
I know,
hat.
dude, it's a good look. I appreciate it.
But what I love more is the suit. First of all, congratulations, man. Second
Thank
overall to Houston. How has the last 24 hours been in your shoes? And I mean, actually,
Oh man,
in your suit, bro.
oh man, it's been crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of emotions, crying, happiness, excitement. But yeah, it's
I
been
mean,
really
you're
good
now,
though.
man. You made it. You made it in the NBA.
Yeah, I made it. It's all because the man above. Thank God.
Has it always been your dream? I mean, of course it has. But did you ever see yourself in this day that you're entering the NBA?
I didn't. At a young age, I didn't really because I played football first. But as I got to high school, and I just kept working and getting better every day. I started seeing it become true and true, and I was actually here. So
That's good, bro. I mean, right now you're going to Houston, you're going to the Rockets. We all know they have one of the best fan bases in the league.
yeah,
How excited are you to play for them?
I'm super excited. Super excited. I think it's gonna be a good journey. It's gonna be a good experience, and I'll be able to touch the Filipino fan base over there. And
There it is. You're going to play with John Wall, Christian Wood, Kevin Porter Jr. What would you expect to learn from them, and how do you expect to play with them?
I feel like I'm gonna learn a lot from them. I don't know what exactly in particular. I feel like it's always something different with different type of vets and people who's been there. But it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a good backcourt. It's gonna be a good mentality wise. It's just gonna be a good overall team. I think hopefully I can bring some spark to that team and we can get some wins.
Bro, you're definitely going to bring a spark. I'm personally excited to watch you play.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
You mentioned the Filipino fans. Okay, so how proud are you to rep Filipino heritage in the NBA and all the crazy Filipino
I always get this question. I'm super excited to represent them. They show so much love to me back here in the States. It's only right that I show love to them back. So the fact that I get to go out and just represent them and show love to them by the game of basketball and more, like it's a blessing and an honor.
coming into the NBA, or even when you enter, what kind of mindset do you have?
It's a dog mentality. I mean, yeah, I got picked number 2, but I wanted number 1, and that's fine. All the greats didn't get picked number 1, so we're just gonna see how that goes. We're gonna work, and we're gonna get that rookie of the year. We're gonna set goals for ourselves, so we're just gonna keep going on and on with it.
I mean, rookie of the year, that's one. I think that's number 1 on your list.
Yeah.
But moving forward, I'm curious to find out as early as now. Maybe do you have any other goals? What do you want your NBA resume to look like as you progress forward?
Rookie of the year, first team all defense, all star, max contract. I'm trying to do a lot, and we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off slow. We're not trying to go too far into the future. We just got here.
I love it. I love it. I just needed to ask. But one thing though, where do you get all this swag and confidence? Like, where does it come from for you?
It's just who I am. It's who I've grown into. I figure out a lot about myself, and I feel comfortable with my skin. I don't really know how to say too much. I like what I like, and I wear what I want.
Yeah, you do you, bro. You do you. You mentioned first team all defense. I mean, that's something that a lot of players actually look at. Where does that come from? Like, why did you mention that in particular?
I'm not sure if that's something a lot of players look at. That's something I look at. I feel like I've always just wanted to be able to score on somebody, give them buckets, and then say I've locked you up. Like, I think that's a good feeling. And plus, on top of that, my coaches in the G League gave me that confidence and to take over that. And working out with like Detroit and Houston, they were telling me like I could carry on with that, and I think that's something I could really achieve. So I'm gonna really lock in and try to figure that part out.
One more thing, I just want to get from you message to all your Pinoy hoop fans everywhere. Like, what do you have to say to them, and how do you want to let them know that you're repping the country?
I love you. I love everyone in the Philippines. I appreciate your love and support. Thank you, and stay tuned because we got more to come in Houston this time, though. You know the vibe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
Jalen, I'm gonna have to let you go now. thank you for giving us time. Thank you for giving the Philippines time, bro. We're all rooting for you, and mabuhay. If you could get a mabuhay from you too to the Philippines.
Mabuhay, mabuhay, yeah, mabuhay.
That was 2021 NBA Draft second overall pick, Jalen Green, with our very own Jet Manuel. Thanks for watching. I'm Mela Tunay.
And don't forget to catch us weeknights here on One News, One Sports, and One Sports Plus. I'm Boom Gonzalez. Thanks for joining us, and this has been The Game.